Welcome. You have reached review time with Imperial, and today's review will be Roleplay, a Prime Video original. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Let's get into it. So this video is just a review. This movie is pretty much nothing to it. It actually was before you know it, the movie was over. So let's just go over the cast. You got Callie Kuko plays as Emma Brackett. David Olo plays as David Brackett. Bill Nighy plays as Bob Kellerman. Connie Nielsen plays as Gwen Carver. Rudy Darmlingman plays as Raj. And that's pretty much it. So what happens is the movie starts off with Emma Brackett, works for this agency called Sovereign, who's basically they do killings throughout the world. Well, she used to work for Sovereign, but she's basically on a dark web, a paid for hire assassin she's making money on the side so that the company Sovereign will not find her. Her handler Raj is pretty much on the dark web. By doing these killings, he's funding so that she can live a lifestyle of a normal life. So meanwhile, she's like a contractor that he meaning her husband Dave, thinks she's underneath, always at work and always busy and doesn't really have much time for the family. So he's thinking she's falling out of love with the family, but it's really that she's doing contract assassin killing work. So eventually she misses their anniversary and she want to make up for it. Basically she want to do a role play. They meet up at a hotel and try to spark some fire back into their relationship. Now in the process of this, Raj tells her that there's a bounty on her head and she needs to be careful. So while she's at the hotel, she sees Bob Kellerman, he's an assassin. Sovereign company wants her, got a bounty out for her, but they don't want her dead. They want her kept alive. So Bob pretty much makes conversation with her. Dave comes in. Now Dave and her got made up names because they're getting in the role for their night of each other, and then Bob is intervening. Now she could pick up right away that Bob is an assassin, so Bob pretty much states the room that he's going to be in, and that triggers her to go visit Bob later that night. Now Bob didn't know she slipped him some poison, and so when she went up there to Bob's room to check him, the poison kicked in, and then Bob was trying to shoot her, and then she pretty much just killed Bob. Meanwhile, her husband fell asleep. Now they enjoyed their night, went back home the next day. She said she had to go out of town abruptly to handle work business. Meanwhile, she was really going to Berlin to touch base with Raj to let him know, why are these people after me? You were supposed to be paying for it to keep these people from able to track me. Meanwhile, Sovereign swooped in. They made contact with Dave, pretty much saying he was a person of interest, and they wanted to find out information about Emma. Of course, she got a different alias name. She gets to Berlin. Sovereign was contacted that they found her, and so when they found her, they had a shootout with her. Raj got killed, and now since they had this conversation with Dave, they told him that his wife is not who he thinks she is, and so he start searching all throughout the house trying to find some things, and then finally he found a box up in the attic of all her different passports and everything like that. So he reached out to her, and she was hesitant to talk to him at first, but then she told him leave and go outside and talk to him. And pretty much she told him who she was, and she was just trying to get out of the agency, but they after her. And so he said, I'm coming to you. So he left and went to Berlin, showed up in Berlin. She met up with him. They talked at a bar, and then Sovereign found him. They pretty much tracked him. Uh, they had a little fight with him, and they got hit with sleeping darts, and they woke up at the Sovereign facility where Gwen Carver was there. She pretty much, when Emma's dad created the agency Sovereign, and Gwen took over and pretty much raised Emma. She wanted her back in the agency. She had Emma's kids there. Pretty much told Emma, I want you to kill Dave so we can have you back in the fold. We won't do nothing to the kids. So she shot Dave, just a clean shot, and she pretty much took out the whole Sovereign crew. Now, at the end of the movie, she shoots Gwen in the stomach, but pretty much leaves Gwen to just die. So that's just leaving a gateway for a part two to happen if the movie is a success, and leave a part two to have open where Gwen survives and they're still after Emma and Dave. Well, pretty much Emma, because she could have just shot her in the head, because Gwen was pretty much said, finish me. And she said, well, I wish I had time to just finish you, but I gotta go tend to my family. And she walked off while supposedly think Emma's bleeding out to die. But that's just an open-ended. She could have just shot her and killed her, but, that's not gonna happen. So other than that, a okay watch. Nothing to it. Looking for something to tune into. Why not? Out of my 2-star rating system, 2 out of 4 stars. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Till next time.